Prince Edward Island, an island that measures approximately 6,660 square kilometers. This island is to the north of Nova Scotia and New Brunswick, and to the east of Quebec, or what was East Canada, and it was still a British colony. The landscape was very similar to the one now, only with a few changes, but the constructions are different. The weather was hot in summer but very cold in winter. The island had a population of 80,000 inhabitants, which were British, Irish, Scottish, and French. The culture was heavily inspired by English and Irish culture. On the island, the most produced resources were potatoes and some fish. On the island, the most produced resources were potatoes, peas, cod, mussels, and other types of fish. Resources which were exported all over the world. Wood was also sold, but not much. Most people work in producing potatoes and the resources already mentioned before. The production of these resources maintained the economy very well. People work in mining and fishing as well. Sir John Harvey, the most important governor of the island. He worked to improve constructions, quality of life, and solving problems with colonization. Edward Palmer. He worked on the construction economy and the Canadian Confederation movement. In the year 1860, the island did not want to join the Canadian Confederation. It joined until 7 years later. On the island there were Maliset and Mi'kmaq indigenous. The Mi'kmaq had lived on the island for years, and they expanded to nearby colonies, staying in certain area depending on the weather and the season of the year. The Maliset also did the same thing, and they also moved to certain area depending on the weather. The two tribes traded with the British. They gave furs and the British gave metal and European tools. Sometimes they allied themselves, but the more the British expanded, the tribes lost access to their ancient territories. Sometimes the Europeans infect the natives with diseases that were bad for them. Paulet, or also known as Chief Paul, defended tribal rights and land of the tribes. Chief Francois, also known as Francois de la Valère, I did not find a picture of him, but he did the same as Paulet.